So a magazine is titled Estilo, which means style in English. The main headline reads Mejores Look Nuevos, which means best new looks. Below the headline, there is a subheading that says La Moda de Celebración a través de los ojos de España, which means celebrating fashion through the eyes of Spain. At the top right corner, there is a text that says Lugares más de moda para visitar esta temporada, which translates for most fashionable place to visit this season. Below are various topics indicating the page number, covering the evolution of footwears, clothing, jewelry, accessories, and cultural transformation in Spain over last 5 decades. Emocionante, meaning exciting, and the phrase creador de tendencias, meaning trendsetter. A trendsetter is someone who leads the way in order to set new styles, fashion, looks, which people might often follow. They are influential individuals or entities who have a significant impact on what is considered popular or fashionable in particular context. Such pages in the magazine which contains editorial content such as articles, interviews, editorials that are often referred to as editorial section. These pages typically include content curated by editorial team to inform, entertain or inspire the readers on various topics related to the magazine's theme or focus.
After that introduction to the PBL, we move on to the first content of the magazine, that is, Desde Espiralderis Hasta. It means shoes and variety of shoes and items in Spanish. It's commonly used to indicate the range of variety of items, including concepts and activities. For example, she has a wide variety of high heels. In this, we will see the evolution of shoes in Spanish fashion from 1980s to the recent years that we know of. The introduction would be the footwear has been a fundamental part of Spanish fashion throughout history, reflecting its culture, technology, and trends of that era. Over the last 5 decades, we have witnessed a fascinating evolution in the world of footwear in Spain. From the iconic style in the 1970s to the more comfort minimal ones in 21st century. Each decade has its own unique mark left on the Spanish footwear history. In the 1980s, elegancia e sophistication. It means that in 1980s saw a trend of footwears that were both elegant and leaned towards sophistication. It doesn't pay much heed to the comfort of the shoes, but rather how elegant and well it looked. It became favorite among the modern women, while loafers dress shoes became more indispensable to the business ones. 90s, minimalismo e comodidad. The footwear saw a change in its normal elegance from more minimal and comfort as we know of it now. It meant that 1990s minimalism and comfort were more in demand in Spain as compared to the other trends. And athletic sneakers became a staple in wardrobes, while a platform shoes and strappy sandals reflected the relaxed aesthetic of the decade.
The title of the ninth slide is Esta temporada de verano no te pierdas la animada Mallorca, which means this summer season don't miss the animated Mallorca. Moving on to the 10th slide, we talk about the history of fashion in Spain. While clothing has always served functional and decorative purposes, the concept of fashion as we understand it today began to emerge during the Industrial Revolution. The period brought significant shifts in how people dressed in Spain, thanks to the mass production of textiles and garments. On the 11th slide, there is an advertisement for 30% discount on men's fashion. After that, we move on to Momentos Clave in la moda española, which means key moments in Spanish fashion.
Roca Radiante Joyas de Lujo, which means the brand Roca Radiante provides you the luxury jewelry at the discount of 25%. You can shop on through their website www.rocaradiante.com or by visiting through their stores, which is present in various countries such as Colombia, Peru, Mexico, Argentina, Brazil, España, Belgium, Reino Unido, United Kingdom, and Estados Unidos or United States. Next topic is Transformaciones Culturales en España a lo largo de 5 décadas, which means cultural transformations in Spain over 5 decades. Over the past 5 decades, Spain has undergone notable cultural changes that has shaped its identity and society. From the democratic transition in the 1970s to the growing social consciousness and sustainability in the last decade, the Spanish culture has evolved dynamically. Now we can go through their timeline starting from 1970. In 1970, the transition from Franco's authoritarian regime to democracy allowed for greater artistic freedom and social experimentation. The Movida movement emerged, fostering a liberal and vibrant cultural scene. In 1980, economic growth brought increased prosperity and modernization. The Spain embraced its heritage and regional identities, resulting in a blend of traditional and contemporary cultural elements. In 1990, the globalization and technological changes advanced, increased Spain's interconnectedness with the world, and the rise of internet and travel influenced music and fashion. In 2000s, the cultural fusion was prominent, mixing traditional and modern elements. Spanish cinema and music gained international recognition, while diversity was increasingly celebrated. In 2010s, Spanish culture became more socially consciousness, focusing on environmental responsibility and human rights. The arts and media highlighted social issues and encouraged positive change. The next page, in the right corner, tells that disfruta del mejor restaurante de la ciudad este fin de semana con un 50% de descuento, which provides an advertisement about the famous restaurant in the city of Barcelona. The English translation office of the text is: enjoy the best restaurant in the town this weekend with a 50% off discount. The address of this restaurant is Carrier Commercial 7 Ciudad Vela 08003 Barcelona, Spain.
Presentation from page number 17. Las veladas en Madrid con música y comida deberían estar en tu lista de deseos, ¿verdad? This means that a night in Spain with music and food should be on your wish list. Now I'll go to page number 18. In page number 18, there is an article that supports the cultural change in Spain with each decade and the change it got in the style of living. I'll start from the 1970s. In the 1970s, Spain recently transitioned from autocracy to democracy, which led to the growth of artistic expression, which made the foot of fashion industry in Spain. In the 1980s, Spain saw economic prosperity, due to which there was globalization and liberalization in Spain, due to which there was a global influence on the fashion industry of Spain, which was very noticeable. In the same article, the 1990s, the 2000s and 2010 are also depicted very well. Now I'll go to the page number 19. In page number 19, La primavera es la mejor estación para disfrutar de la belleza natural de España. This means in the season of spring, everyone should visit Spain and enjoy the beauty of it.
Hola, this is Aaron Fernando here, and today I'm going to talk about our Spanish-based fashion magazines. I'm going to talk about advertisement. Advertisement are a very big important part of our fashion magazines. One such example which I have shown through our PBL is Cosméticos de Aruja, which is based in Madrid, Spain, which they have some shows and they have 60% off on all collections, which has spread and more increased their sales. Many such fashion companies approach us and help us improve their sales and help us improve our famous and popularity. We have also shown two QR codes below. The right side is for our online edition, which is of our fashion magazine, and the left side is for the any query you have about our news regarding fashion that you can report to us so that we can improve ourselves and provide to you better services. The fashion trends have improved a lot since the past few decades, and which have helped us grow more on us. The first of one of the major companies that was able to establish the fashion magazines are AJ España, which was published in 1986, which was one of the pioneers of the fashion magazines and which can hold up against all grounds. Today, fashion trends are all over the world, and not just all over the world, but all over the newspapers and magazines. And there are certain magazines that majorly publish about fashion trends. So this has developed quite a lot in the last few decades.